Listen to what? Why, hello everyone. Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my Disclosure Day spoiler review, I guess. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright, so this is it. This is Disclosure Day. This movie is disclosed in some sort of fashion. I don't even know. This movie has all the good moments. Let me be real here. Do you guys want to know my score? You guys want to know my score? Because I already put it on my letterbox. This is the most irritating movie I've watched all year. Now, I have not watched Michael, but I saw the reviews for Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic movie. You know, one of my friends is named Michael, so every time I joke with him, I'm like, "Hey, did you know you have a movie out?" But the reviews on Michael are split. Now, it depends. Like by the end of the year, well, actually, I take that back. I have seen Michael. I just haven't told my parents, but it doesn't matter. I kind of did, but I don't. I have watched Michael. I did review it, but I don't see. The thing is, I don't ultimately hate Michael, but I don't really vibe with it either. I love Michael Jackson music, but I don't vibe with it. And I don't go, I needed that. I need the sequel that they're working on. I don't need that. This is very off from Disclosure Day, but I'm just talking about. I didn't like the film Primate. I didn't like the new Scream 7. I didn't like Undertone. I think Undertone was the worst movie this year. But like right after that is this movie. Now you might just think, oh well, you didn't understand it. Now this is I really enjoy Scary Movie from last week because my humor is subjective, and I really like the new Scary Movie. I don't say that I loved it. Like it's not my top 10 films of this year right now, but the Bride also was disappointing. This is worse than The Bride. I actually didn't see The Bride. I did review The Bride, but I didn't see it all the way through. So I want to like watch it again on streaming just to get a sense of if I like it again, because I did like what I saw from people showing me stuff. But I was just like, okay, it's not. The Bride isn't anything too special, but it's well made. This Disclosure Day movie is a disaster. Now, let me tell you why. Because, no, that's not a reason. But let me give you a little bit of a context. So, back at the beginning of this year, I put this movie on my top 10 most anticipated movies. For good reason. You got Steven Spielberg. You got John Williams coming back, which I'll get to in a minute. You got a cool cast. You got Josh O'Connor there from Challengers, Wake Up Dead Man, I believe was in Challengers. Yeah, Challengers. You've got Emily Blunt, who should be nominated for the role she's in. You've got Colin Firth. You've got Wyatt Russell, who's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I'm like, cool. 2 big movies. And there's some sequences in this movie that I really quite dug. But this, holy effing ball sacks, this movie's all over the place. Like, the sequences not only are cool, unique, but they do choices that, like, okay, but, like, this is Steven Spielberg's Tenet. Now, if you haven't ever seen Tenet, I highly recommend that you watch it and then come back to me and tell me if you've understood any of it, because it's crazy convoluted. And by the end of that movie, that's a Christopher Nolan movie. By the end of it, I love Christopher Nolan. I cannot wait for his Odyssey movie. By the end of Tenet, you're left wondering, did I A, learn anything? Did I B, understand anything? Could I hear it? Because the volume sucks. The sound design sucks. And 4, not only do you not learn anything in that movie, but you feel dumb by the end of it. I feel dumb because couldn't hear it. If I turn it up, I'm like, oh, cool, now I understand. And then it gets quiet, or like then it's loud with the sound effects because of the effects and the action. And then it just ends, and you're like, I didn't get it. So that's where like Inception and Interstellar are better, but I still think that Tenet has neat visuals and set design. That's disclosure day. It's like, okay, when this movie was announced, it was like a mystery Steven Spielberg movie. There are people that theorized it was going to be a UFO movie because of the name, or because of the line, all will be disclosed, that was in like the first released poster with this cool bird eye. And as they're revealing things in this movie, that, by the way, this movie's 10 years too late. I've been listening all about this. Like, this movie's 10 years too late. Spielberg needs to take a break. He needs to stop. If he wants to make another movie, he wants to say, hey, I gotta make... But I feel like this was his magnum opus. Like, he really wanted to make this movie. And it's fine. That's fine. He wanted to make this subject matter, but I'm so over it. You know, I heard last night, one of the things I was listening to was like that the movie Nope was terrible. They've done this thing before, like the Jordan Peele's Nope that I didn't really like. I've seen it twice, and I'm like, okay, there's some cool stuff about it, but the ultimate resolution is terrible. The movie Arrival by Denis Villeneuve, who did the Dune movies, and he did Arrival, and he's done Blade Runner 2049, Sicario. I like that one. I like that. I loved Arrival. And Cloverfield 10 Lane, which is by Dan Trachtenberg, is so good. And you got the Alien, the Xenomorph Alien movies. Like, I didn't need Disclosure Day to be a horror film. Literally, he's done 4 other ones. He's done E.T., he's done Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which people thought was a sequel. This is a sequel to Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which has aliens in it. I don't mind it. I like it. Sue me. And War of the Worlds. Now, this is his 5th one. And I don't mind. I love E.T. I just watched that the other night again for the 2nd time. I think it's a brilliant movie. But this one doesn't stick to... Its rules are all over the place. Like, it's like, oh, we get here. And first of all, Emily Blunt's character that can see different people, interpret, you know, part of, like, different people's family members, like, their lives, like, portray, oh, well, this person has this life, and I'm going to, like, be their wife and talk to them. It's like, okay, well, once she's out of that room, she's not the wife anymore. Just go shoot Emily Blunt's character. Whatever. And so there's that, and then there's these weird magic wand things that keep like changing, like that just does whatever the plot needs it to do, and it's so. And I'm watching this going, okay, cool. And I'm on the edge of my seat with the car chase scene. By the way, the John Williams stands out. Emily Blunt needs to be nominated for this. Wyatt Russell is the comedic charm of this movie. I love Wyatt Russell in what I've seen him in, and this one is no exception. And then the John Williams score is awesome. But besides that, like this is the flip flop of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is like Tenet. Like I don't remember much about the soundtrack of Tenet, so maybe when I watch it again before seeing The Odyssey, I'll maybe have a higher score, maybe just have the same score, but I'll wait and see. But this is the inverse of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I love the soundtrack from John Williams in this. I despise The Final Reckoning because of the movie is made terribly, as well as the soundtrack is not great. The soundtrack by John Williams is mediocre. It's okay certain times. It works for the action scenes, and there's other times where I'm like, oh, this is cool, but the movie, the like second half of the movie fumbles, so I'm like, I don't even care about the soundtrack at all at this point. I'm trying to, but I can't. So they recreate this house from Emily Blunt's childhood. By the way, there's the train scene that is great, and like I said, why don't they just shoot her? Then the guy chases them down to go shoot him, which I'm like, okay, first of all, as the bad guy, he needs to die. Like chasing them, like this is a tense moment, and I'm not rooting for this guy. He's gonna shoot them, and no. But why didn't you shoot them earlier? Like there was a physical way. Like the logic rules here don't make any sense. And oh my god, I'm just gonna jump right into it. The alien storyline sucks balls. Massive doo-doo. Like, I'm ranting about this movie like I did Diary of a Wimpy Kid last year. But this movie here, it's like, let's do aliens, right? Aliens. You build up. And, first of all, mixing, like, the news, like news reporter, like, you know, because news and politics go hand in hand, so I'm calling it political religious aspect with aliens. Holy moly, if that wasn't a tagline for something I'm not going to enjoy, it's right there. But, like, at the same time, I don't care. Like Wake Up Dead Man. Wake Up Dead Man, that Josh O'Connor's in, is a brilliant way to do a murder mystery, a murder mystery movie, directed by Rian Johnson in this Knives Out trilogy with a church religious aspect. And without beating you over the head with religious tropes saying, nah, God is important, so this murder means nothing. Or I don't know, they never said that. Now, if somebody got, maybe I got a different interpretation from Wake Up Dead Man than other people did, but I still really like that movie, and I think it ended up on my top 10 of last year or something or other. But I didn't walk out of Wake Up Dead. I didn't, not walk out, but walk away from it because I didn't see it in theater. I didn't walk away from it going, okay, that movie really made me even more angry about religion. I just liked it for the movie it was, and it even dealt with religion. This Disclosure Day movie really made me even more pissed off about religion. And I don't mean that come off as like, okay, if anybody watching this is religious, don't be. You do you. But I walked out of Disclosure Day going, okay, first of all, a lot of people watching this, if they're hardcore religious, it's going to turn them off. Like, not from being religious. Like, they'll probably still be religious. But it's going to annoy them. Like, it's going to... And frankly, I think people who are diehard religious people aren't going to like Steven Spielberg after this. I can tell you that much. So that just sits with me the wrong way. Like, I don't like that. Even like, I grew up going to church with my parents. I still go to church with friends. And after this movie, I'm like, this movie, I'm not showing anybody. I'm not showing any of my friends from church this movie. I'm not showing, like, I saw this with my dad, and I'm like, this is really me rubbing me the wrong way here. I don't like it at all. And then once we get, like, because we're shown the alien, like, because, like, they say in the movie, oh, do you think aliens are a higher form of God? And I'm just like, what do we, why would we ask that question? Like, just, in E.T., they're presented at, like, extraterrestrial, like, oh, like, let's have a, like, let's be friends with E.T., right? Like, let's not, I almost said make out, let's be buds, you know? And then, in Close Encounters, they're like, okay, we don't know what's going on, and this and that, and then in Indiana Jones are extra-dimensional, but, like, I don't know, Xenomorph is a horror film. They have to escape from the aliens. In this movie, there's like, is there a higher power? In Arrival, they're trying to communicate with them. There's something unique about Arrival. In this movie, it's just like, we gotta keep the gadget away that has all the that we're gonna disclose, right? And then they use, like I said, the magic wands just do nothing. Just do nothing. So as you're getting, like, I think it's like this power, you think it's this powerful weapon, but then it does random crap, makes the guy disappear, it makes him turn invisible. Why? Oh, because it can now, for some reason. And then once we get to the end and we see, like, the alien, like, we see all the, oh, this makes me so furious. Once we see all the new stuff, like, being disclosed, they say, it's Disclosure Day. They say the name of the movie. Emily Blunt says, it's Disclosure Day. And then we see a bunch of new stuff that is presented from the trailer. We see the nun shot. Like, we see the nun, like look with her glasses like this. We see the UFO shot. The crop circle thing, and like an hour into the movie is nonsense. It's just a trailer shot. It's just supposed to, like, look, aliens are here. We're talking about this alien concept, so we have to have crop circles around here for no reason at all. And then by the end of the movie, when we get all the new stuff, the stuff that was shown in the trailer, and then she says it's Disclosure Day, and then the alien walks out, an old alien on the wheelchair, and just goes something to Josh O'Connor, and she goes, oh, like, this is like whisper, this is what he said to say to Josh. This is, I guess, deciphering what the alien said to Josh O'Connor. Walks over to the monitor and ends with, listen. Boom, 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 boom. Directed by Steven Spielberg, and that's how the movie ends. I'm like, what the hell? I literally said at the end of that, I said, what the hell was that? Like, not out loud so, like, the whole theater could hear me, but I'm sure enough the people sitting next to me and my dad heard me because he was like, what? And I said, well, that was terrible. I thought the ending made no sense. Oh, and by the way, in no way, let me just check my calendar. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, this is June 17th, 2026. I forgot. No way in hell in the media literacy, like, in media, like, Steven Spielberg is so out of freaking touch with this. I don't care that he went to Aliens again. Listen to me. Listen. Come closer. I really hated Elio last year. I didn't like Nope. So that's one thing. I forgot about that. I always forget about it. I didn't like Nope. But I mentioned other ones I like. Like, I like the Xenomorph ones. I like Arrival. I like the 10 Cloverfield Lane. I didn't like Nope. I didn't like Elio last year. And now I didn't like this. Am I just over the... And I like Close Encounters. I like E.T. Those were old 80s movies. Am I just out of, is it me or is it Steven Spielberg? Am I either done with Steven Spielberg, which I probably am at this point. This movie really made me mad. But am I just done with alien crap right now? I mean, like, besides Star Wars, besides Rick and Morty? Because it seems like I am. But anyway, that's besides the point. So the way they, like, disclose the information and this newscaster goes, not Emily Blunt, but the other one, like, watching the footage of the alien, whatever it is, footage disclosed, she's like, oh, I'm sorry you have to watch this with me, and then she starts crying, like, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. And everyone's, like, watching on their phones and stuff, and, like, I heard one of these podcasts, like, the Escape Pod saying, like, oh, I think, like, wars... Like, they stopped wars, and, like, people just stopped, like, to look at this information being disclosed. And where I agree and understand that might have happened, things like that would not have happened in real life. Like, if there was, like, a World War III, you know, my dad and I walked out of the film, and he said, you know, like, when 9/11 happened, that was big. Like, that was, like, crazy, terrifying, and people stopped to look at it. But I'm like, if World War III happened, or if, this, like, aliens were real and people were actually, like, looking, like, if this movie, like, did happen, I'm like, oh, well, people just look at it and go, okay, either it's AI or, that's what they asked in the movie, is it AI? But it's like, there's so short attention spans, people would go, oh, okay, yeah, okay, on to the next thing, like, oh, that's cool, buddy, on to the next thing. It's not, it's portrayed in such a way that, like, this was, like, 10, 15, 20 years ago, people would go, oh my god, but, like, for long periods of time, but that's not how the world works in 2026. And I feel like Steven Spielberg doesn't know that. And again, there's some great stuff that was portrayed in this movie, some great sequences, some great camera angles, some great technical side of things. But man, it just did not pay off in any way. And different logic rules, different like scenes, like, how do we get here? Why does this make any sense from, like, what happened earlier? I don't know. I had this other thought in mind I want to say. Like, I'm done with Steven Spielberg, dude. I'm done. Yeah, I don't know. This is a 5 out of 10, guys. 5 out of 10 for me. It's right. It's my second least favorite movie this year. Undertone sits on that top spot. I couldn't believe how bad Undertone was. But anyway, I had another thought, and I don't even know what it was. Oh, something about 9/11. Something about I don't know, man. This movie, man. I'm interested. I'm really excited for the new Minions. Like, if you had to rank, like, summer movies for me, like, I was excited for this at the beginning of the year, but Minions, like, summer movie wise, Minions, then Supergirl, then this. Like, that's probably gonna be my I'm gonna like Spider-Man Odyssey, like, obsession more, but I mean, like, of, like, my 3 lowest, like, I was never a fan of the Minions. Well, after Rise of Gru, but I've come around on the Minions, so, like, that's my number 1. Then Supergirl, I've never been interested in that one. So hopefully I enjoy. I'm seeing Toy Story 5 this weekend. So hopefully I have a much better score for that. And then next week, with my friends, I'm going to see Supergirl. Then after that, well, Minions, I guess, is next July 1st. So let me know what you thought of Disclosure Day. I could talk about this movie for hours and still be mad. There was probably something else I was going to say, but at this point, I lost it, and I have no idea. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, Spielberg, why? I'm probably going to remember it after this video, but, no, she ends with listen. Like, listen to what? Like, that's what I mean. Like, people wouldn't cry listen to what? I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. If you have any thoughts about it, like, did you see Disclosure Day? And like, I'm still going, still going. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think of Disclosure Day? I would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I give it a 5 out of 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, 5 out of 10 overall, and yikes. This honestly is like a C minus for me. I was expecting it to be an A. Like, how did Spielberg crash and burn like this? Dude, I forgot to say. So my last thing is, I like The Running Man. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was so good. Like sci-fi related movies. This I was really excited for. And Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, a lower main movie. Like, it's Gore Verbinski, like a big name, but didn't make a lot. And I love that one. And The Running Man last year, Edgar Wright's The Running Man. Edgar Wright is my second favorite director, and I didn't mind that. People said, "Oh, this sucks," and I'm like, "It's cool." Like that movie made me go, "Oh, I want to see more Edgar Wright movies." Yeah, and I love Edgar Wright. This movie made me go, "I don't want Spielberg anymore." Not Spielberg. Who's Spielberg? But that's so bad. And I texted my friend last night, and he was like, "Oh, he didn't even go with me." But I'm sure he likes Spielberg, and that makes me mad. Alex, a new friend who joined us for Fantastic Four, and I'm like, oh, and I was like, yeah. He said, oh, and I was like, yeah. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on Disclosure Day. Let me know if you saw it and agree with me. If you disagree with me, I'd love to hear. Make me jealous. Make me jealous that you like the film. Actually, I don't know how I could be jealous because I don't know. I want people to I want people to like Supergirl and then make me jealous. But I don't know. I'm just surprised at the freaking score. Like, how did of the Rotten Tomatoes score? Like, how did it get this? I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you agree with anything of this movie. I would like to know. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.